the beginning of the story, we are shown a boy named Taylor who was the leader of a rescue team and was going to save some people from inside a submarine in the ocean. Along with Taylor, the team is in the process of rescuing those people when suddenly a very large creature collides with the submarine. If Taylor stayed there any longer, it was certain that he would be killed. That's why leaving those people there, he takes with him some people whom he had saved. Although he wasn't supposed to do this, he was compelled to save others, and we can see that the creature destroys the submarine. On the other hand, we are shown a research center that was conducting research underwater. The owner of that research center and the leader of their research team and their daughter meets Sian. He takes them inside a room made in the sea. Seeing this, the leader becomes very happy, and he also meets the team there. He tells them that in the world, until now, it has been understood that the Mariana Trench is the deepest trench beneath the ocean. But that's not true at all, because there's only one layer beneath the Mariana Trench. So think about what could be beneath that layer. Maybe beneath that layer, a whole world could exist. That's why, to find this out, the leader went there with water, sends a glider inside, which there are 3 people. After some time, they finally reach the Mariana Trench. A girl was operating that glider. Then her companion says that the time has come for all of us to go below the Mariana Trench. He tells her to cross that area so that she can go there, take a look and do research, and she starts taking her glider under the Mariana Trench very calmly. As soon as she crosses that layer, she is astonished to see that beneath it, there is indeed there was a world. There were a lot of different fish along with many other strange creatures. They are quite surprised to see this, but
at the same time, they were very happy because they were the first person to discover a place deeper than the Mariana Trench. But then, at the same time, something strange collides with their glider, so the boys try to contact the research center. But due to the collision, their connection is lost. When it is discovered at the research center that contact with them has been lost, we have to save them there by Okshubiti or Tori Party se. Someone will have to be sent. He says that until now, only Taylor is the person who has been able to go there. So he says to call him, but one of the people there starts telling everyone that no, this is absolutely not possible because we cannot trust Taylor because last time I had left some people to die on the submarine. But his team leader says no, only Taylor can help us. So we need to call him as soon as possible. On the other hand, we see that Taylor had been fired from his job, which is why he was living in Thailand. Now the research centers.
The owner and leader go to Thailand to get him. They say we need you at the research center, but Taylor refuses them. They start saying that if not for us, at least come for humanity's sake. Here, on the other hand, we see that the leader's daughter, Sian, is to Taylor had absolutely no trust. That's why she takes her own submarine and goes underwater from there. Now, the leader and the owner bring Taylor back to the research center. Then the leader finds out that his daughter, not listening to anyone, has taken the submarine alone and plunged into the sea. And then she takes a very powerful submarine. As soon as he enters the submarine, he sees Sian's daughter there. She says to him, "Please bring my mom back safely." Then Taylor promises her and releases her outside, after which he sets out into the ocean. There, Sian, reaching those 3 people whose glider the creature had attacked. Then suddenly, a strange creature hits their submarine. Here, we find a frightening looking octopus that was completely attached to the submarine. But here, Sian can see that it now let go of her submarine on its own, because an octopus on it, a very large shark, had attacked. Sian sees that the shark was even bigger than she thought. At that moment, Taylor also arrives and tells Sian to take her submarine and leave because it's now damaged. Then Taylor, through his submarine, saves his ex-wife and her team members. Just then, the big shark named Meg arrives, which we know is also the name of this movie. But here, we see that one of their team members refuses to join the other submarine because he couldn't be saved. So he locks himself inside to save his team. Just then, the big Meg shark moves towards him and kills him. And everyone gets quite upset seeing this because they were unable to save him.
What follows? We see that they have all safely reached the research center. When they research that Meg, meaning the large-looking shark, they discovered that it died millions of years ago. But some of them were living below the Mariana Trench. It is so big that it can eat 3 sharks at once by itself. Here, everyone starts thinking that now, it is very difficult to research on this. It is a risky task because it is very dangerous. Here, we see that Sian's daughter, while playing, goes into that ocean view room where the ocean was clearly visible. She is just standing there when suddenly that same mega shark comes and tries to attack her. With its teeth, it tries to pierce through there. She hugs the bulletproof mirror. The mirror doesn't break, but it gets marked with her teeth. Older, hearing the child scream, people come down, and just then, a small shark arrives. At that moment, everyone realizes that the small one...
The child must have been scared seeing the shark, but then suddenly, a cloud shark also arrives there, and this small shark eats very badly. Now because the Mariana Trench layer had opened, this meg shark below had come up above, and now the alarm bell of danger was ringing with them, because this megalodon shark could kill and eat them. Then they received news that there has been an attack a few miles away at some posts. When they all go there, they see that the megalodon shark, not only but the places, attacked 3 boats. The research center leader says we need to do something soon, otherwise it will kill us too. And now they start discussing that we should make the meg shark unconscious and then lock it in a cage. But Taylor says that it is so big that it cannot be controlled by anyone. So why don't we all put a tracker on it? Then everyone says that to do this, we have to get close to it. And such foolishness finally, hearing about who is going to do it. Taylor gets ready. Just then, he receives an urgent task. He had to shoot that tracker into the megalodon. As he was getting close, she disappears from there. But going a bit further ahead, he sees his friends. That's why he shoots it with a gun and attaches the tracker to it. Now, to bring Taylor back, his rope is pulled, causing noise in the water. Hence, the megalodon begins to chase Taylor. Here, the megalodon was just about to attack Taylor when, just then, the rest of the team members quickly pull him onto the boat. After this, they think that we have to sedate the meg shark as soon as possible. Otherwise, it will cause a lot of destruction. Then, they all give Kaena. They lock it in a very strong glass and attach it with a very strong cable. Now Sian slowly goes underwater and she had a poisonous shot with which she could the meg shark.
had to be knocked unconscious. Here we see that she tries very hard to break the glass box, but her efforts fail. But in all, the cable of the longboat breaks and the shark meg takes that box in its mouth. Now, seeing this, Taylor jumps into the sea and Sian to that, takes him out of the mirror box. The rest of the team members were throwing some pieces of meat into the sea to attract the megalodon shark towards them. As soon as the megalodon shark goes towards those pieces of meat, taking advantage of this opportunity, Taylor and Sian starts to go above the sea. But the meg shark notices them and begins to attack them. However, it can't eat them because it was caught in the rope. And just then, Sian that poisonous syringe to its throws it into the mouth, spreading the poison throughout and killing it. Then, both Taylor and Sian are pulled out of the water. Now we see that these two
Was the big meg shark also brought up? Everyone becomes very happy that they have killed the meg, and now they feel there is no creature left to harm them, when suddenly one of their team members was in the water, swimming happily, when suddenly another large meg shark comes there and eats that man, and as it attacks to feed on the dead meg shark, their boat gets imbalanced and the boat capsizes, so that big shark, Meg, eats another one of their members. The remaining people, they leave from there with 2 rescue boats. But the Meg wasn't going to leave them alone when a helicopter arrives and fires at it to drive it away. However, we can see here that the leader of the research center was quite injured, and unfortunately, he dies here. Cian cries a lot over her father's death, becomes very upset, but then Taylor comes there and consoles her. It is said that everything will be fine. Now, all of them had returned to the research center. The owner here tells them that he has called the Chinese army, which will easily kill the Meg shark and all of you too. We'll drop it at a completely safe place. He also says that he will shut down this research center, and with this, he starts to leave in a helicopter. But here we realize that he is lying about having called the Chinese army. In fact, he himself wanted to go and face the mega shark, and for that, he had Hen Duo. He had ordered explosives and many tools. Moving forward, we can see that those people are on the Meg Sharka. They detonate a bomb, causing a massive explosion. They see that many large chunks of meat have spread in the water. That's why the owner thinks he has killed the Meg. Then he orders the other members on the boat to go and check whether it is really the Meg or something else. After getting closer, they find out that
it turns out that they didn't kill the Meg shark, but a very large whale. But unfortunately, he falls into the water. Now, because the Meg shark was also there to save himself, he steps onto the dead whale. But the Meg shark comes there and eats him, and he dies. Meanwhile, the rescue team finds out that the owner was lying. To help us, no one is coming. Then Taylor starts saying that we have to work together to destroy that Meg shark. They look at a place on the map, which is an island where a lot of people come to enjoy, and the tracker shows that the Meg shark is also somewhere nearby. They say that by seeing so many people, the Meg will definitely attack them. That's why they all immediately go to the beach to stop the Meg shark. But it turns out the Meg shark had already reached there before them, and seeing so many people in the ocean, it starts attacking and eating them. But then
Taylor also reaches there with his boat. Now, they make a new move and use a sensor underwater that can mimic the sound of a whale. Hearing that sound, the megalodon thinks there is a whale there. Therefore, it starts moving towards it to hunt. And on the other side, Cian with Taylor waits for the Meg shark. Now Meg, when it had come very close to them, they took their glider a little away from there. His glider had a rocket launcher as well, with which they could attack it. Now we see that the Meg shark starts chasing their glider and crashes into it, causing the launcher's button on Taylor's glider to malfunction. And now, the Meg shark is on his glider, starts attacking ferociously. But Taylor acts very cleverly here and tilts his glider to pass by its mouth in such a way that the sharp object on his glider slices through the body of the mega shark, passes through there. Now Meg's shark body was quite injured and she was losing a lot of blood. But she was still alive and attacked her glider again, and repeatedly starts attacking to damage his glider. Now Taylor gets out of the glider, but the Meg shark was coming to attack him. Then Taylor takes out the sharp thing from his glider and hits Meg shark in the eye, due to which it couldn't see anything.
Giving. Here, the megalodon starts to struggle. A lot of blood is coming out of its body.
Seeing this, many sharks become attracted to it and start eating it. And finally, due to so many sharks being there, they all eat that mega shark, leading to its death. Now Cian rescues Taylor and brings him out. Cian's daughter, also with her, was with them. Here, everyone is quite happy that they have killed the megalodon shark. And with this, the story of the movie ends here.